Hey, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. I'm Ian and this is Opinion. So Disney has decided that they're going to reintroduce the original Star Wars movies to a younger generation in a series of brisk, playful, animated shorts highlighting memorable moments from the original films with the original audio as well. I only have one question at this moment, and that question is, why? So I marched myself over to the Star Wars Kids YouTube channel to take a look at all 7 of these minute-long episodes, and they were... Before I share some of my thoughts with you, I would appreciate it if you would share a like and subscribe to my channel. You can do that right down there or down below. So according to the producer of this new series, the main point is to capture memorable Star Wars moments for a younger generation and to reinvent the storylines rather than just recycle them, because everybody knows we've already had our fair share of that. For starters, Luke Skywalker now not only looks like the new version of She-Ra, but they've also turned him into some sort of ninja superhero. Luke now flips, jumps higher than ever, and sails through the air as if he's continuously performing intergalactic Zumba. So let me take a moment to show you the actual Luke that I remember. Yeah. He gets a little banged up, because that's what heroes do in Star Wars. They're not superheroes, and they don't have all these magical powers right out the gate. Oh, and speaking of that, every time you ignite a lightsaber in this new series, you get magically transported into a Revlon hair care commercial. This is still way too coincidental, and it freaks me out. So, why all the extra dramatics? Aren't kids going to be really disappointed when they finally see the original films and realize that the lightsaber doesn't actually give Luke Skywalker magical powers? That's confusing. And skipping ahead a bit to The Empire Strikes Back, in a scene that, to my recollection, nobody ever saw, Luke makes the Wampa's lair cave in. What are you doing? Now that I think about it, I do have more questions. Is this series meant to reintroduce Star Wars to a younger generation? Or is it meant to retroactively erase these iconic characters and fill them in with hypervisuals and video game stuff? In another short, we join Han and Chewie in their well-known space chase sequence from The Empire Strikes Back. Not only is Han in his outfit from New Hope, but Leia and C-3PO have been completely removed from this scene. If your bottom line is memorable Star Wars moments, then you've got to keep them memorable Star Wars moments. Because when these kids who are watching your new series actually get around to the original films, they're going to have a lot of questions. Oh, and did I mention that Walmart will soon be carrying exclusive action figures of the characters from this series? This animation style. In my opinion, we have been Sailor Mooned, Samurai Jacked, and Hello Kitty'd to death. I always say that kids, especially little kids, are really smart, and it's okay to create something new for them. Disney used to lead the way in that. And it's a bummer to see them use one of the most overdone animation styles to try to rebrand the most iconic franchise on the planet. When they first premiered, thousands of kids sat glued to their seat without even thinking about it while they enjoyed these films. Now you just need a couple spare minutes and a tablet and poof, you've got Star Wars. That's never what it was meant to be. That's not an experience. And what is this? This didn't happen. From a certain point of view, Star Wars has now been reduced to bite-sized blips that babysit kids at Applebee's while their parents sit and suck down buffalo wings. The last clip I'll talk about features Darth Vader from his infamous Rogue One spaceship corridor slaughter scene, plowing through rebel troopers faster than Honey Boo Boo goes through liters of Mountain Dew. Yet they changed the moment when he force pushes a soldier to the ceiling and Bram Stoker's his saber through the guy's torso. Instead, the moment has been reduced to this cartoon silliness when Darth Vader clocks 2 of the soldiers together who pass out from the impact. And it seems really familiar. This feels like a Star Wars litmus test, like they're checking in on the public to get a temperature read on how they feel after the Last Jedi fallout. And sure, they're for kids, but Disney very rarely doesn't have a plan, especially when it comes to their consumer base. I don't know what the end game is, but it makes me very uneasy. I know this is a little bit nuts and I'm going out on a bit of a limb, but I did have a suggestion for a way to introduce younger generations to the original Star Wars movies. I have these, and Disney, you're welcome to borrow them. You know, just make sure you give them back and make sure that you put them in the correct jewel case. If you want to see a really creative interpretation of the original Star Wars movies, I suggest the UNCUT series, which are available on YouTube. I'll put the link down below. And they piece together hundreds of fan-made reinventions of Star Wars into the complete versions of the films. They're pretty brilliant. For me, my bottom line with this new series is Disney, Lucasfilm got it right the first time, and you don't need all the bells and whistles. I kind of get what you're going for, but I also kind of don't. So there you have it. That's my opinion on the subject. Really glad you stopped by. Be sure to like and subscribe. More content coming your way, and we'll see you real soon.
So, you have a twin sister.